Hey crafters, welcome to the DM's Craft. Today we're going to go a little off track as far as crafting an item, but I want to talk about miniatures. A lot of people are getting into the Bones line of the Reaper miniatures, and if you're not familiar with these, check them out. They are a lot of rubbery plastic, hard rubbery plastic that Reaper is putting out. And they have a lot of duplicates of their metal miniatures, and these Bones miniatures are much cheaper. But I want to talk a little bit about prepping these guys for paint. I thought this would be a fun vid for those who want to get into miniatures but are a little daunted how to get the miniature ready. There are a lot of videos that show how to paint your miniatures, but not quite as many that show how to do this prep. So I'm going to do a little bit of prep on some Bones miniatures and get you started in the miniature collecting if you're not into that yet. So let's go to the video and I'll show you how I prep my Bones miniatures. So here's a Reaper Bones packet, bubble pack, and you can see I got a Harpy in there, and I love these because they're about half the price of the metal miniatures or less. And here she is. She's got really nice detail. There's a little bit of movement in it's a vinyl material, but it's really sturdy. It's actually very sturdy. So I want to get her ready to paint. So I've got soapy water and just clean water, and this is just detergent I put in the water, and I'm going to use a brush, or you could use a toothbrush, and I'm just going to clean her off because I want to make sure there's no mold release material so that the paint sticks really well to her, and then I'll just let this dry. Super easy. So the next part I'm going to use are washers for the base, and I really like washers because they give the miniatures weight, and they're cheap. You can get a huge box of washers. So here I've got some other Reaper miniatures I'm ready to base. And I'm going to use this Goop Craft glue, and this stuff is great. It's very viscous and it adheres great to the washers. So I'm just going to push her on there. You can see I can already pick her up, and I just glued her down. So that's really nice. So it gives a great bond to metal. So I'll just go through and glue all these on. Now I'm using the pad in case some of it goes through the bottom of the washer. I won't ruin the table or anything. Okay. Now I got my miniature I actually got out of the package, and I'll put her on a base and let her dry and be ready for the next step. Okay, here she is. The base is dried, but I don't like that extra base you can see around her base, the base that she's on. So I want to blend it in. The simple way to do that is with a hot glue gun, and it's a small hot glue gun, and I'll just blend that into the washer base with some hot glue, and just run my tip through that and to get the nice texture that blends right into the base there. So yeah, there we go. When we paint that, you won't even be able to see it. Nice. I didn't do the edge also. I left that circular just up to the edge. So now you want to spray paint your miniatures, and I use flat black paint, and just do a motion, a waving motion when you do it so you don't gum them up, and then just turn them over and do the other side, let it dry, turn them over, do the other side. And I just use cheap black spray paint. I find it really nice to use. And you might want to use a respirator too. Try to do it outside in a well-ventilated area, but even that you can get some fumes, so a respirator is always nice. Now here's my miniatures. I've spray painted them flat black. And look at that, that base just all blends together. It just looks like one base, doesn't even look like a separate base. Nice. And I really like the black because it's a nice place to start from. It gives you a lot of instant shading, so if you dry brush on the figure, you'll have instant shadows right in your figure, and you won't have to necessarily paint those in. So I think black is a good place to start. You can also use gray, but I prefer black. So there we go.
Hey you, yeah you, back here. Huh? I know it was short, but what do you expect? It was a short tip. Watch longer episodes if you want, jeez, and quit bugging me. Hey, and make sure you join the forum too, I almost forgot. Oh yeah, and have a magical craftastic day.